Good morning. I kind of pressed the live button before I was ready. Okay. Now I need my glasses because Lord knows I can't see. All right. Hello, hello. Okay, y'all, fair warning. This live might be a little ghetto. I have painters like right outside on my porch, painting my porch. And if you can hear them, I apologize. That's my disclaimer. I'm like, and they're on my front porch and back porch, so there's no room in my house really where you can't hear them. So yay. Hi guys, chuckle on in. Let me know. Chuckle on in. I don't know what I was trying to say. Come on in. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, apparently that's not my password. Have you guys seen that meme that's like I spend most of my adulthood like looking for passwords? That's how I feel. That is how I feel. Okay, it says we're live here. All right. Hello. You guys please let me know if you can hear me, because I don't like talking until someone lets me know that audio is good. Okay, awesome. Thank you. All right, you guys, welcome to another Uncharted episode. How are we feeling? Talk to me in the comments. What a crazy week of November. Like, I don't know about you guys, but so I've been getting my house painted all week, which is so much fun, but that's a lot. And then we had, a small little election. And then, yeah, it's just been a full week. I guess that's all that happened, but it feels like a very busy week. Also, I'm prepping for a trip, so it's just a lot. But how are you guys doing? How are your hearts? How are your minds? How are we feeling? Today we're going to be talking about having a thankful heart in a really tough season. And I think that is going to resonate with a lot of us because you have either lived a tough season before, you are either currently living a tough season, or you will be eventually entering into a tough season, because such is life. That is the way of life. I was just talking to a girlfriend yesterday, and I'm like, but the beauty of it is that this too shall pass. Like, the good's gonna pass, the bad's gonna pass. Everything is always changing, and that's a good thing, and sometimes an annoying thing. I don't know about y'all, but I've had a really, really amazing year. And knowing that this too shall pass in this season is like, dang it. But it was good. Okay. How are we feeling, y'all? Talk to me. How are you feeling? Give me one adjective. That'll be the icebreaker. Y'all are silent today. One adjective to explain how you're feeling. Talk to me, ladies. Talk to me. You guys have never been this silent. Should I be silent? Should I not? Dang. Are we not doing well? Like, what's going on? I gotta read the room, but y'all aren't giving me anything to read. Weary. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Also, good morning, delightfully feasting. Yeah. And feel free to I was talking to someone this morning and they were like, well, it's not the end of the world. Like, no president's going to ruin everything. No president's going to make everything better. And I'm like, I know that. I'm aware of that. I am not, I don't have the feelings I have because I think now everything is just going to be awful, right? Like, no matter who's presidents do change the course of history. Choices change the course of a nation. But for me, it's not about a person being there in the position or a person not. For me, it's like the moral compass that this reveals, the character that to me, it's all about that. And I'm not going to get into it, but yeah. So I'm with you. I'm feeling weary. We're going to talk about that because thankfulness is, it's hard to feel thankful in moments that require a huge reckoning of either yourself or a nation or both. And right now I feel like we're all kind of in that. WK Max, you're right. That kind of does, the fact that it was clear and quick, and thank God one side doesn't want to storm capitals, but you're right. It's clear, it's quick, it's done. No more commercials, no more mail. Okay, we can be thankful for that. Like, none of that. We can move on. And so that's very true. I'm tired. It's been a long week. Long week, Candace. Long week. Yes, two things can be true at once. We can be aware of all things, nuances, and still be grieving the things at the church. Yes. Delightfully feasting, you get me. And I think that's something, and for the people who have talked to me privately, they know my heart. Like, that is what I'm grieving. I don't expect anything from America, right? Like, America's going to be what America is going to be. I expected the church to be the church. And I am gratefully, deeply let down by that, to the point where, and I think the church has to answer for this, there are so many Christians who are done with the church. And people are more excited about who won president than they are grieving of the souls that no longer feel like they have room in a church, that they can be in a church. And that's what my heart grieves. So it's a very nuanced situation. But for me, I'm not mad at America. America's America. Our history is clear. Like, again, America is going to do what America does. The church is supposed to care. The church is supposed to be radical in how we treat people. And wow, I'm speechless with that. And that's going to be something I'm going to grieve for a while. I deconstructed my faith back in 2015. And thankfully I came out on the other side of deconstruction, still loving the Lord. It was tough, but we made it, right? But no, do not apologize. Definitely something worth talking about. I think we would be remiss if I didn't talk about it. So don't apologize at all. But yeah, it's like So I've deconstructed before, and this isn't that. This is just like a really deep reckoning that I'm going to have to walk with the Lord with. I'm politically homeless, so I don't really have a single word. I don't know, relieved, but not as much about the outcome, but just that it's done. Yes. Yes. You know what? And shout out to WK Max for like, it's done. Okay. That's actually now a silver lining. Thank you. We've been on the wrong side of history so many times and it breaks my heart through it. Yep. Yes, too many pastors were pushing candidates as the savior of our country and not preaching on the only savior. Yeah, and not even that, like, also just not, your job as a pastor. My other friend put it this way, and she said it really good. She said, but Christians are being what we're trained to be. We're trained to be sheep. It's a great thing when you're following the shepherd, Jesus Christ, right? It's a scary thing when those sheep and the sheep begin to just follow leadership instead of like the gospels of Jesus Christ. So it's so, and then I have Christian friends who like don't see any wrong in it, who don't even like wrestle with it. And I think that's even more, that's scary to me. Like, I'm not saying it's scary to me that you have Christians who are just so pro one side that they don't even wrestle with the wrongs of their side. I used to be conservative. I'm unaffiliated right now. Kind of like politically homeless, like someone said. But I see what's wrong with the Democrats. I see what's wrong with the Republicans. But it scares me that I have friends on both sides who don't wrestle with any of the wrongs. Anywho, I'm kind of new. I'm feeling alone because most of my family doesn't see how bad it is. I feel like my siblings and parents voted against my minority husband and kids. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Light reflection. You don't have to tell me what state you're in, but if you want, you can email me. Because I might have some resources for you. Some of you don't know this, but I work for a political nonprofit. So this was also the first election that I had a lot of skin in the game. I spent months educating people, educating myself, throwing events and parties, and I was heavily invested. I was invested in a certain outcome, I guess. And so, yeah, anywho, if you're feeling alone, email me because I might have resources for you and local groups for you that you can get. Oh, you're in NC. You're by me. Okay, great. I might have local groups to get you connected with so that you feel less alone. Speaking of that is good morning, Sabrina. That is we're gonna kind of segue, but feel free to express all your feelings about this at any time. But that is one of my little tiny enjoyments of this week. It is community. It is my friends. It is my family, specifically my sister, my dad, like real people. So last night I was like, me and my brother-in-law feel very similar about the results of this situation. And it's because me and my brother-in-law are very similar with like justice, like right, wrong, and justice, right? Justice for all. And so when we see injustice happen, it fires us up. And so we're feeling it. And my poor sister has a feeling sister and a feeling husband, and we're angry and we're upset and we're just stewing over it because like we can't make it make sense in our brains. And my sister looked at me and was like, I really think, because you work in the field, and then like I think you need to just take time, like lose your phone. And she was like, she deleted Instagram like earlier this year, or maybe even before that, and she loves it. You guys, I deleted Instagram from my phone last night. And when I tell you, as soon as I did it, I poured a glass of wine, I watched a Christmas movie. I woke up this morning in a great mood. Like, I am unbothered now. Like, it needed to happen. And I don't even know if I know the password to get back on my Instagram. So I might be off of Instagram like forever, but it feels so liberating and so freeing. And that takes me back to like community, smaller community. I have built such a rad group of women in my local area where it's like, I don't care what these people on Instagram are saying. I have real life friends who I get to get coffee with, and we get to talk about cool politics and policies, and these women are brilliant. Some of them are lawyers. Some of them used to be prosecutors. Like, they're crazy cool. And I get to meet with them every as much as I want. I have built a local, beautiful community, and I have my family, and I have the womanhood, and no one ever can take that away, no matter what. And I think that's what I'm leaning into right now, is like community. Yes, I hung out with a friend yesterday. We both just looked at each other and said, this is where life really happens. Yes. Also, I love that we're calling it this situation. That just made me giggle. Like, this is what it is, right? I'm so heartbroken and angry about the results. Frankly, I didn't want to know that our country could choose hate over a Black woman who was running on a message of hope and freedom. Yeah. M. Appleton. Yeah. That is really what it confirmed. I loved, before I deleted my Instagram, I loved what I posted, because I said it was the opposite of the verse in Micah. Like, a man can, be unjust and walk without mercy and love and without God and still be seen as holy, chosen. Yes. Like, what? And don't talk to me about policies, because then we're getting into like, you can talk to me about policies if you can talk to me about policies. If you can't talk to me about policies, if you only know one thing, and if you're going to justify every mean thing that this person has ever said as like, it's a joke. Okay. Then every time I say something vulgar, it's a joke. Like, no. But again, that's the like justice in my head. Ooh, okay, yeah. I might just never get it back, you guys. Honestly, I was outgrowing the app. A prayer of mine for this year was like local, smaller, not isolated, but insulated with my people. And the Lord has been faithful in that. And I think that that's what I need to focus on. And this fake virtual world where I'm good enough for women as long as I'm showing them my homeschool stuff. But the minute I show them how I feel about history and racism and sexism, then I'm not good enough, and they can't, like, then bye. Like, bye, you know? So yeah, I think I'm done with it, guys. I think I'm really done with Instagram. And even saying it feels so freeing, truly. Good note. My parents celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary on November 3rd. Oh, we all gathered in a beautiful country home in Ohio for the weekend to celebrate them. Being with family was the best. Every time, family wins. I love that. It wasn't even the people who voted for him in a measured way because of policies that I'm so grieved over. Right. It's the people who truly believe he is a good person and worship him. Like, what? But like, the irony? The irony is, if these people are really Christians, then they know the prophecy. They know that there's going to be this person that reigns and that everybody loves. And I'm not saying that we're living in that time, but it's just crazy how people unknowingly, unawareingly create these narratives and these moments of history that confirm prophecy. It's crazy, but then again, I guess that's what prophecy is. I know. There's a lot of good things that I'm gonna miss, but I can't. I think I'm really happy and relieved, and I have a huge like bucket list trip coming up, you guys, next week, and I was like, I just refuse to have all this stuff take away from my joy, because I deserve joy. I deserve celebration. I deserve, since the world doesn't care about Black women, I'm going to care about Black women. I'm going to care about me, and I'm going to celebrate and have a good time and reclaim my joy. So, and I can't do that with Instagram right now. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Oh, you're in Massachusetts. I'm gonna be in New York um very soon, and yeah, oh my goodness, yeah, we have to, and that's my encouragement to all of you. Like, find your community, find your people, and be about your people, protect your people, look after your people, help your people. I'm also, even like business wise, I'm currently about to transfer the womanhood over to a 501c, and I'm like, how do I bleed this mission into my community? How do I help the least of these when it comes to women? How do I clothe the naked when it comes to women? How do I feed the poor when it comes to women? Like really allow this moment in history to recharge you and make sure that, you know what, the world doesn't have to live by the beautiful words of Jesus Christ, but if I'm going to follow him, I want to live by his words. And that means I have stuff to get done on this earth, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it now, and I'm going to do it fully, and I'm going to do it. Like, it's charged me to wake up and be what I see the world is lacking, which is love, compassion, true, honest, like, worship of God. Yeah, serving people. Like, let's go. Like, it truly has, slowly but surely, I'm like, okay, how can I be a better follower of Christ? How can I be a better example, so that all the people who are currently feeling hurt and betrayed by the church, maybe they'll find my little light, and maybe I can encourage them that, like, and not with this whole like, Jesus is still on the throne. Don't tell me that, because he's always been on the throne. and he will always be on the throne, but we have accountability and responsibility to be on earth right now. And so how can we do that? How can we be what we feel the world needs? I don't know. That's where, like, my mind, after all my anger and rage, I'm slowly shifting to like, oh, I am about to go so hard for Jesus, and so hard for like what we're actually supposed to be doing, what the church is actually supposed to be, that I'm not even going to be able to be worried about them people over there, because I'm going to be doing Jesus over here. Like, that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. Oh my gosh, so sacrilegious. They're gonna learn. They're gonna learn. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. And collectively is such a good word. Like, let's start thinking like that. Okay, we have a big chunk of American Christianity that has made it loud and clear they're more concerned about being American than Christian. So, how can we, as a collective, as a whole, be the hands and feet of Jesus in a real way? Again, I'm just my brain, my what is it? Wheels are slowly turning. I'm looking forward to how the womanhood's gonna usher in some of this, but like, start thinking collectively. Get on calls with like creative, amazing women. It like, ooh, I'm feeling inspiration. This is crazy. This is the first time I felt inspiration all week. How can we be what we claim to be collectively? I'm going to write that down because I don't have the answer yet, but like, yes. Yes, yes. Um, Ladies, hold on to joy and celebration. And also, like, I just need to make this very clear. Like, I have very close people in my life that voted for Trump, and I still love them, and I will still do community with them. And some of them are related to me by blood, right? So like, and I will because like that doesn't divide us. I'm sorry if you can hear the painters; they're like right there. That doesn't divide us, and also so there's like that grace, like forever, forever, forever. And yeah, yeah. There's that, and then so I have grace for the people who I actually do have grace for the people who voted for Trump and didn't tie it to Jesus Christ. And then for the people that voted for him and tie it to Jesus Christ, that's neither here nor there. Yay, delightfully feasting. I'm here every Friday. I try to be here every Friday. Now that I don't have Instagram, I don't really have I don't really have a like I'm sorry, I just got distracted. I am here every Friday. Sometimes I won't make it, but I'll be here when I'm here. And if you put a notification, it'll notify you. No, yeah, I have grace. I have grace. I do have grace for everybody. It's harder for me to understand my brothers and sisters in Christ who can justify it. But again, I think that if I let that divide me from every person, then I'm only having hate in my heart. And so I have to, even with my brothers and sisters in Christ who I cannot understand, I have to find grace, and I have to find grace, because I don't want my heart to feel ugly. I don't want to be ugly, because that's not who the Lord has called us to be. Yeah. Yeah, but you know what, Candace? I mean, and the data shows the people who do that are unfortunately uneducated people. And it's actually really sad. And if you look at the history of how cults are formed, like, that is the demographic that it pulls. I'm not saying everyone who voted for him is poor or uneducated. That is not what I'm saying. But the demographics show that that was a high group of people who voted for him. and that, and then mind you, I have like highly educated, well-off people who, now he's gonna be in here, no barking, no barking. They're painters. We're live on YouTube. You cannot bark. He wants to bark. No. 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 They're just painting. They're just painting, Eggy. No, Angela, I'm not digging. I just said not everyone who voted for him was uneducated or poor. I am not digging. And no, I do not have a college degree. I'm saying the demographics showed that. Also, I have people in my life who do have college degrees who did vote for him. So I'm talking about the graphs and the data. It was a huge percentage of people. Yeah, and I think that unfortunately and this happens across the board with everybody. Kneel for the cross and stand for the. I know he did win the popular vote, which is alarming, and I think that's another thing. That is. But anywho, I was shifting this conversation and then got distracted. Lord be with me. Okay. Joy and Thanksgiving. And Angela, I literally have no capacity. Like, I can't. Wake up, you're on the wrong side. Thanksgiving. I'm so sorry if you can hear the painters. Thanksgiving in a season. Yeah. I don't even, it wasn't supposed to be an argument. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. Thanksgiving when it's hard. This was a topic that was brought up by Andrea, and I loved it. When she said it, I was like, oh, that's great. This is November. And then all of this happened, and I was like, oh, I'm not feeling like that grateful right now. So this would be a great topic. So we're going to talk about, hold on. I'm back, you guys. Okay, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about joy, and keeping it. So, what do we do when we're not feeling thankful? And this can be a personal trial you're going through, a national thing you're going through. This can be anything. I know for me and my family, this has been like a victorious year, but like these last couple months, and I'm talking about like extended family situations, there's been cancer scares, there's been like craziness. And I know that a lot of people are feeling, oh great, I don't have my glasses. Oh no, I can't read the comments now. Darn. I know a lot of people are feeling like not grateful for their country. You're feeling not seen by your country, and then there can be other things like just there's a lot that life can hand us that makes Thanksgiving so hard to practice, so hard to hold on to, right? But in the Bible, when in the Old Testament, when the Lord would deliver his people, whether it was, the Israelites and Moses, like every single time in the Old Testament, when there was a victory with Joshua, with Moses, he would tell them, remember this day. There was even moments in the Old Testament where there would be something physical and tangible that they would do, whether it was a tassel on their garment, to remember this day. Remember the day that God was faithful. Remember his goodness. Don't you let history make you forget it. Don't you let people make you forget it. Like, remember God's faithfulness. Remember it. And I go back to that all the time because the world can get dark physically or spiritually and literally and figuratively, right? And you can forget, you can be on your journey and like the Lord has brought you through, but then there's one dark season or one season where you're like, I'm not feeling it. I don't feel seen by the Lord. And it's like, no. Look back, like not like Lot's wife, but look at how good and gracious the Lord has been and attach your thanksgiving and your praise and your worship to that. When you cannot be thankful right here, right now, you can look back and praise the Lord for what he has done, for all of his goodness and mercy and graciousness. Thank you, Jesus, in order to get you through to the place that you can't see. Like, remember his goodness, remember his faithfulness. You guys, hi Norma. Is there any other womanhood ladies in here who have been in here from the beginning? I don't think there is. You guys, respectfully, don't even engage. Like, Angela, this conversation was really peaceful and great with Trump supporters and non-Trump supporters until you came in. So I don't know what it is about you, but you have like created all sorts of drama in the comments. I missaid one thing and I backtracked and I said it wasn't that whole demographic, but it is some of that demographic. And you just came in here and Norma, you did. And it was so peaceful until somebody, Angela, had to put in the comments, MAGA forever. After, you're not reading the room, Angela. All these people are telling you how they feel, and you just ignorantly put that. It wasn't even about that. It wasn't even about that. It's not okay. It's not okay. Like, here we all are just trying to talk. And you didn't come in wanting to listen. You came in wanting to stand on a pedestal and talk down to people. So you can graciously leave. And now you're laughing. Anywho, you guys, we're gonna ignore it. I'm actually not gonna remove her. I'm gonna let her continue to just be, because that's not what this call was about. But gracious, what was, I'm not gonna block her because that's what she wants. She's literally taunting. Like, who types make me? Like, I don't have time. And Angela, I'm actually not surprised, but like, this is just so unnecessary. It's not a good representation of womanhood. It's not a good representation of Jesus, and it's not a good representation of yourself. But I see through your comments, you're only here to represent MAGA. So you do you, babe. I want everyone to know, yeah. What was I saying? I was really on a good roll about looking. So that's how I foster thankfulness, where during seasons where it's hard to have thankfulness, right? You have to look at what he has done to carry you through a dark moment, to see what he will do. And to hold on to that, and to guard your Thanksgiving. And a good way to guard your heart and have it in a posture of Thanksgiving is simply to set boundaries. So me deleting Instagram, when I tell you guys it made me feel lighter and better, it's because that's a boundary. It's a boundary that I said, you know what? That's stilling my joy. It's stilling my Thanksgiving. I'm not going to allow that to happen anymore. That's a boundary, right? So what boundaries in your life might you have to set in order to guard your Thanksgiving? That's a great question. I'm gonna Ooh, yeah. Hey, Sabrina, I have, he's actually going to be talking to the womanhood. He's a naturopath PA. He's amazing, and he's local here. So like, if you need anything, let me know. I love it, Sabrina. You're always talking and texting or doing errands while you're on these. I love it. Yes, Candace, when you think that you don't have much to be grateful for, just look back. Look back. And I think that's something we can carry with us. Like, I find myself, again, this has been such a good year personally that I find myself almost yeah. And Sabrina, make sure you can be on the live where he's talking, because he's great. A boundary to protect my peace this year has been to refuse to sit in spaces with people determined to misunderstand me. I know my people and life's too short. Yeah. Yes. Ooh, Psalms 143 is a gift. Remember, meditate, and muse on what God has already done. Yes. 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 I love that. Let me write that one down. That'll be my meditation. I was in a meeting with my leadership, and I have this. It's getting so dark in here. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm slowly but surely losing light. Yes, he's proven himself, and his faithfulness is perfect. And so, like, literally, and what a joy. That is the joy of Christianity, is that greater is he that is in me than he that is in this world. Like, my hope is not in government. My hope is not in earthly leadership. Like, I have a God that is so faithful, who has proven himself time and time again, that, like, I am going to shout, and I can lament, right? I can lament for what's been lost in this world. I can lament for the poor. I can lament for the widows. I can lament for the brokenness that is this world. But at the end of the day, I can rejoice knowing that it is going to be redeemed. Like, God's going to redeem all the brokenness. And for everything that my heart aches for, when my heart aches for the well-being of people, for the health care of people, for the safety of people, I know that God's heart aches for that too. I know it. And so, like, I can rejoice in that. I can rejoice in that. And I can rest in that. I can rest that the Lord will not be made a fool. And that, like, he sees foolishness, and he's not going to, he will prevail in his word, and the kingdom of heaven will come on earth one day. And maybe I'll be here, like, to witness it, or maybe I'll be already with the Lord. But, like, I can rejoice in knowing that there's a kingdom where justice does matter, goodness and mercy does matter. And again, and I'm going to do my part right here, right now, to, like, make that come to earth. That's what I'm going to do. That's good. That's good. And, and it's like, I like that, because it has to be two-part though, right? Like, I don't have to worry because Jesus is on the throne, and I'm here, so I'm going to do my part to, like, be the hands and feet of Jesus, right? Like, it has to be two-part, because I'm not okay with just being like, Jesus is still on the throne. Jesus is on the throne, and he created me and you for this time to do what we need to do. We have dual citizenship. So let me always be heavenly minded, but always be earthly focused. Yes. Yes. Citizenship in heaven doesn't negate my earthly responsibility. Yeah. Oh, I love that, you guys. I love that. We left our co-op last month due to members making racial comments about my biracial kids. Then a new spot opened for us in a local diverse co-op. God is, he's just, yes, he's so just, and you're thankful. Amen, Rachel. That's amazing. He also sees us, right? Like, he sees my heart. He sees your heart. He sees Angela's heart. Like, he sees us. And the cool thing about Jesus is he puts everybody on the same level. There is no hierarchy. There is no, I'm better, you're worse, I'm right, you are all like broken humans, and you all, whoever should be first shall be last, and you all need to serve the least of these. Like, that's why Jesus was so radical, because he is nothing what this world teaches. He is so opposite of how things are done. He just comes and he blows up systems, and he, like, leads in love and righteousness and giving and mercy. I'm so happy that we're saved by his grace and his love and by him, because I'm a flawed human. There have been multiple moments on this call. I mean, you guys saw I had to walk away. But God sees it all. He sees everyone's heart. He sees everyone. Like, he is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. And for that, I'm grateful and thankful. Yes, it's an upside down kingdom. Yes. Yes. I'm reminded of Francis Chan's, I think it was Radical Love. What was his first book? I like swept through churches in the early 2000s. It was really, really good. I think it's Radical, or maybe Radical Love. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Also, Shane Claiborne is an awesome, oh my goodness, like grassroots, boots on the ground, hands helping. I believe he's in Philly. He has been an amazing Christian to see and watch during this time. If you have Instagram still, maybe follow him, because he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. He is pretty cool. Okay, ladies. Well, Crazy Love. Yes, Crazy Love. This might be a great time to reread that for me, to kind of center me on Jesus and the Gospels. And you guys, I am leaving this call with so much joy and so much inspiration. Like, if anything, the mission is that much clearer. And I'm really, really, really excited. I'm really excited about, and this is the first time I felt this inspiration. So I want to thank y'all for that. Earthly responsibility. Yeah, I feel for me now, it's raising young men to be leaders and servants to their community. I just dropped them at the food bank. Yes. Yeah. Sabrina, you're such a good mom. You're such a good mom. Yeah, like let this time, don't allow this time, and don't allow people to make you turn your back on Jesus. Because I've been there. I've had that thought. And that's not the answer. The answer is deeper and wider and fuller for the Lord. The answer is I'm not backing down, and I will be love, and I will be light in this world. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, ladies, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. I apologize for any confusion that was dealt. If you have any questions, please email me. Yeah. Okay, you guys, I'm leaving. I have a trip to prepare for, and I'm going to have my joy, and I'm going to rejoice in today, because this is the day that the Lord has made, and I want you guys to rejoice and be glad and enjoy this one life that you get. Love on your people. Take care of your community. And I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye. Actually, I won't. Nope, I won't, because I'll be somewhere cool. But I'll see you guys when I see you. Bye.